Hey, folks, welcome to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network podcast. I'm your host, Louis Carlin. We're heard right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Some breaking news has come out. Yesterday, Leo Rush had announced his retirement from professional wrestling. And today, Authors of Pain, it appears Authors of Pain have retired from professional wrestling as well. This is a report from Ringside News. It says Authors of Pain were a force to be reckoned with in the WWE and NXT. Few teams had the kind of potential that young team possessed. Then an injury for one of the former Raw Tag Team Champions sidelined the entire team. The former WWE superstars have not appeared for any other company since their WWE release, but there are also various reasons why they haven't shown up anywhere as well. AEW had considered them, but it wasn't known how good a fit they would have been. New Japan Pro Wrestling showed interest in bringing them in, and that would have been great. I would have loved to see them against the Gorillas Destiny. That would have been fantastic. But that's not that. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. New Japan Pro Wrestling saying they didn't bring them in because now is not a good time for them to invest in foreign talent. It was also reported that indie promoters have reached out to Authors of Pain about booking them. They were told that the team has, in fact, retired from professional wrestling. It says when their people reached out to Authors of Pain, they were informed that both men had retired. Rezar is 26 and Akam is just turned 28. We aren't sure if this is the representatives for Authors of Pain or the men themselves, and are working to find out more information. Bit of a shock. They're still fairly young, very, very talented individuals. Great tag team. Like I said, I think if heading over to New Japan Pro Wrestling, if they want to wait a little bit, this pandemic's going to be over. Them against Gorillas of Destiny, Tamatanga Tangaloa would have been just a fantastic match. Them against Hiroki Goto and Tomohiro Ishii would have been a great match. There was a lot of potential in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and AEW was thinking about it, but they weren't sure how good of a fit they would have been in AEW. I think they would have been great at Impact also. I think they would have been a great tag team, and we all know that Impact Wrestling could use a real, actual tag team in Impact Wrestling. I think they would have been a great fit for Impact Wrestling, even Ring of Honor. But it doesn't meant to be. It's not meant to be, I should say. It does, as Authors of Pain have retired from professional wrestling, and we'll see. I mean, I know a lot of wrestlers retire and then they unretire a few months down the road, but as of right now, Authors of Pain, Rezar and Akam are in fact retired from professional wrestling. And Mickie James, she says she has no intention of wrestling at the NWA All Women's Pay-Per-View. This is Wrestling Observer reporting. It says Mickie James says she has no intentions of wrestling on the upcoming NWA All Women's Pay-Per-View, but fans might get to see her in the ring very soon thereafter. She said there might be a chance for her to do something on the NWA 73rd anniversary pay-per-view the following day. I think there's a good bet. We're going to see her on that card, and she'll be taking on whoever the champion is after the All Women's pay-per-view. Although, yeah, no, I mean, why not? I was going to say, well, I don't know if they want to wrestle 2 nights in a row, but of course, why not? Why not? It's professional wrestling. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Camille against Mickie James. Or like I said, I think the main event's going to be at that women's pay-per-view is going to be Camille defending against Thunder Rosa. So I'm going to go on a limb and say Mickie James will be either wrestling Thunder Rosa or Camille on the 73rd anniversary show, or maybe even Kylie Ray or Taryn Terrell. There's a lot of possibilities out there for Mickie James, and I really think that we're going to see her. If she doesn't want to say she's not going to be on the women's pay-per-view, she's just producing it. She's looking for talent. That's fine. I understand that. But on the 73rd anniversary, she's not producing it. I don't want to say I fully expect her, but I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling that she will be in fact on the 73rd anniversary show, NWA show. It's past the July 14th 90-day non-compete, so she can get in the ring and compete. So yeah, so I expect to see her there on that pay-per-view, which is August, I think August 28th, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't indicate here. I believe it's August 28th. If I'm mistaken, that's I apologize. But that's a great get for Billy Corgan and the NWA, bringing in Mickie James. And last but not least, Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards has said that he wants to finish his career with Impact Wrestling. He doesn't want to leave Impact Wrestling, and I think that's fantastic. I think that's fantastic. I know Impact Wrestling gets, especially on social media, they get knocked a lot about is Impact Wrestling, yeah, Impact Wrestling. When are they going to shut down? They got 3 months to go. They have 4 months to go. Another guy leaving Impact Wrestling. Enough's enough. Nobody wants to go to Impact Wrestling. Nobody wants to wrestle for Impact Wrestling, and all that crap you see on social media. It's so cool to see Eddie Edwards and to hear Eddie Edwards say that I want to finish my career in Impact Wrestling. I want to be the face of Impact Wrestling. This is where I want to be. I want to help them improve. I want to show everybody how good Impact Wrestling is. And Eddie Edwards is just fantastic for doing that. So thank you, Eddie Edwards. See, Impact Wrestling is not going anywhere. Impact Wrestling is going to be here for a very, very long time. Anyone that's still knocking Impact Wrestling, you're knocking it because you're not watching Impact Wrestling. If you watched Impact Wrestling, you wouldn't be knocking it. Case closed. Case closed. And again, thank you, Eddie Edwards. I hope you do, in fact, finish your career with Impact Wrestling. And on that note, I want to say thank you very much for listening to me today. I'm Lewis Carlin. This is the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network podcast. And until next time, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. And stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.